Hi there, thank you for clicking into this video to watch it. My name is Ezinne, but of course you can call me Zinny. If this is your first time of stopping by my YouTube channel, of course you're definitely welcome. If this is not your first time, you have my heart. In today's video, I'm going to be sharing with you 12 kinds of sex that you should not be having, that you should not be caught having, that we should not hear that you had. Okay, and now I'm not just talking to Christians alone, I'm talking to you irrespective of whatever religion you belong to. Even if you're a pagan, even if you're an atheist, I'm talking to you. Whether you're single, you're married, you're a man, you're a woman, I'm talking to you. Whether you're still in your teenage age or you're matured enough, I'm talking to you in this video. I'm literally talking to everybody in this video, and I want you to pay attention to every of these things I'm going to say. Now, if you agree with any of these things I'm going to be sharing with you, make sure to leave your thoughts in the comment section below. I'll be waiting to have that conversation with you. But if you do not agree with it, see, this place is an open field. Okay, you can throw in your opinion, your thoughts. We're here to learn. In as much as you are here to learn from what I'm about to say, I'm also here to learn from you guys. So if you do not agree with anything I am going to say, or some of the things I'm going to say, please leave your thoughts about any of them in the comment section below, and of course we're going to have meaningful conversations about them. Now, don't forget to hit the subscribe button, give this video a thumbs up, and of course share this video as soon as you're done watching it. In fact, while you're watching it right now, please just take 1 minute to share it to your WhatsApp, to your Twitter, to your Instagram, to your Facebook account. I'm waiting. Thank you for doing that. So we're going to head straight into that video. The very first set of people you should not be caught having sex with is a married man or a married woman. I mean, why would you even be sleeping with someone else's partner? They belong to somebody else and they are one with that person. So why would you be sleeping with someone else's husband or sleeping with someone else's wife? Especially those of you in Abuja, because even if the married men or the married women are the ones chasing after you, you have the choice to make, to either say no or to say yes. And I'm telling you this moment to choose to say no, because they have repercussions. You might be enjoying the relationship while it lasts, maybe because this man or this woman spends a lot of money on you. They give you the kind of attention that your single boyfriend or your single girlfriend does not give to you. You know, they shower you with all the love and care that you think you need. What I want you to have at the back of your mind is that whenever a married man or a married woman is having anything to do with you, they are depriving their wives or their husbands of those same things they are giving to you. If they are giving you their attention, they are depriving their family of that attention. If they are giving you their money, they are depriving their family of that money. And trust me, there is something my pastor will always say, that there are curses that are called ancient curses. The woman or the man does not even need to go on his or her knees to lay a curse on you, to swear for you. They do not even need to pray and fast to go and sow seed somewhere because someone is threatening their marriage or someone is sleeping with their husband or their wives. That curse just automatically follows you. And you know the funny thing about curses? You might be lucky enough because of the kind of grace you have on your life to escape those curses, but they will always transcend to your children or to your children's children, and I would not want any of that. It could even affect your business, it could affect your life generally. I mean, please stay away from married people. That's the point of this first tip I've just shared with you. Now, the second kind of person that you do not want to be caught having sex with is your boss. Now, I know that this can be very difficult, especially in Nigeria. If you're watching this video from outside Nigeria and you have similar cases where, you know, a boss tries to sleep with their subordinates, or you're looking for employment somewhere and this person who is in the position to offer you that job that you want is telling you that you have to sleep with him or you have to sleep with her before he or she can give you that thing that you are looking for. Listen to me, there's one mantra I always go with in life whenever I'm in a relationship with people, even with my fellow females. One is, do not start what you cannot finish. And secondly, however you start a journey is how you're going to sustain that journey, is how you're going to maintain that journey, is how you're going to keep that journey. So if you get an employment by sleeping with your boss or sleeping with the HR or sleeping with whoever is in charge, you're going to sustain your job by sleeping with that person, or even sleeping with other people that will ask you to sleep with. You're going to get your promotion by sleeping with those people. Even if you deserve your promotion, even if you are qualified for the job, even if you deserve that contract, you know, even if you deserve to be made even the branch manager or the regional manager, they will want you to sleep with them before they give it to you. Or they will tell the person in charge and say, please sleep with this man or sleep with this woman because, hey, he or she's going to give it to you. I mean, that is how you got the job, okay? So you're going to continue reaping the fruits of all that you've sown. If you get to the point where it feels like the harassment has become too much and you're almost at that point at the wall where you might have to give in to their advances, my darling, quit that job. And then because you decide to keep your virtue and your dignity, your integrity by quitting that job, God is going to get you a better job. The universe is going to bring a better job your way. So why waste your time sleeping around with that person? And there's one thing I want you to take note of. Is whenever you're in a place of work and your boss wants to sleep with you, it means that there's something better for you, that is better than that job that you currently have, that is better than what they are paying you at that moment. It means you deserve better than that. And once you leave that place, trust me, my darling, better things are going to come your way and you are not going to regret it. Trust me, you won't. The third kind of people that I'm going to be addressing in this video are those who are pastors or who are mentors to people. You have people who you are mentoring, you have people who you are pastoring, you have people who you are shepherding, who look up to you for one thing or the other. It could be materialistically, financially, in their career, in business, in their spiritual life, and you go to have sex with them. I'm not going to judge, and what I want you to know is this: your judgment is with God, like it's one-on-one with God, okay? Because God has ordained you to be a mentor or a help to this person, to guide this person, to nurture this person, perhaps as your word or something, and then you're sleeping with him or you're sleeping with her because you think you can. Remember, God does not like people taking advantage of other persons, and because of that, he is going to pay you back in your own coin. I mean, you are definitely going to reap what you are sowing, okay? You're going to reap the ripple effect of that action. Sleeping with them is going to destroy their perception of who you are, of who they've always thought you've been. If you are a minister of the gospel at that, it's going to make them begin to doubt the God behind your calling. It's going to make them doubt other men of God. It's even going to make them curse you or curse other men of God, and you're thereby putting them into trouble. And remember, the Bible tells us as Christians not to do things that will lead others to sin. Even if you think that God is not going to punish you because you had sex with this person, my darling, you're leading them into sin, and God is going to punish you because you're leading them into sin. So my darling, please, if you have people who you are guiding, if you have people who you are mentoring, try as much as possible not to have sex with them. And this one goes to the men especially. I know that I started the video with saying that you should not have sex with a married man or a married woman, but I'm emphasizing this as number 4, that guys, please, no matter the pressure, even if it's in your place of work, your place of worship, in anywhere you go to, you're trying to get a contract or a promotion, please do not sleep with a married woman, no matter what she's offering you. Even if she's not actually making advances directly at you. There's a way you can have a cordial relationship with someone, maybe, and you find out that you begin to text this person can call you comfortably at odd hours of the night, and she won't let you call, maybe because it's work related or it's an emergency. If you begin to notice that you're suddenly becoming attached to this person, or this person is becoming attached to you without even her knowledge, because I mean, most of the times, even we ladies, when people show us a lot of care, a lot of attention, we tend to want to get attached to them, even unconsciously to us, unknowingly to us. We begin to become fond of these people, we want to be close to them, we always want to be around them. When we're in the same vicinity or locality or under one roof, we always want to be seen very close to them. We always want their bodies to be on our bodies. We like to do gum body for people who care a lot about us. So most of the times it could be that this woman doesn't even know that, okay, she's already overstepping her boundaries, as regards her vows to her marriage. It is in your place, it is your position to end that relationship, to sever that relationship, no matter how casual it is. And I'll say again, even if it means that you have to quit your job, if it's so bad that you need to quit your job or quit that particular place in order for you to save your head and save that woman's marriage, please do it. Please do it. Because I mean, you're a man, so you should understand that if a man is messing around with your wife, that guy's head is going to be saved on the platter, and we do not want your head on the platter. You see this particular one I'm about to tell you about, I had a personal experience with this one, and heaven knows that it took me a lot. It really took me a lot to overcome this particular one. I'm going to leave a link to that video in the description box and also in the card here for you to click and check it out as soon as you're done watching this video. And what am I talking about? Please stop having sex with your lecturers, whether for grades, whether for the upgrading of your grades, whether just so that you can find favor in their sight, so that they can campaign for you when you're doing your student union elections or whatever, for whatever freaking reason it is. Except of course you're married to your lecturer. Please stop sleeping with your lecturer. Stop it. Only non-entities give their bodies in exchange for grades or any other thing for that matter, and you are not a non-entity, so please stop it. This one is for especially my beloved marketers. Please and please stop sleeping with your potential client. Even if it is a client that is already working with you and this person is making advances with you, let's assume that is how Destiny wants to bring your husband or your future spouse to you. That is fine and good, but make sure that you're done with your business, the reason for which you came in contact with this person. Make sure that everything has been concluded and you both have moved on. And then if you want to date yourselves, you can date yourselves. If you want to have sex, you can now have sex, okay? Do not date the clients that you're working with. It's going to hamper your business relationship, and they're not going to take you seriously. Your self-worth, both in business, your integrity in business and as an individual, is going to drop from 100 down to a 20. Okay, let me not take it down to 0, okay, for the sake of being lenient. It is going to drop, and you are going to be devaluing yourself in the presence of this person, whether as a man or as a woman. Stop sleeping with your clients. This one, I don't know what I'm going to call it, but please, if you have a relative staying with you, whether your niece, your nephew, your cousin, please stop sleeping with them. Yes, you heard me right. Whether you are married or not, and you have that person staying with you who is a distant relative, a distant cousin, even if you did not grow up with them, or you just suddenly bumped into them as your relatives and then they stay with you for one reason or the other, please resist the urge to have anything sexual to do with them. If you feel that the pressure is too much, let's assume that the person is an orphan. Please, you can rent the person an apartment. beg some of your friends to help you spot this person, but by all means make sure you no longer stay under the same roof with that person. So when you want to resist temptation, or you're trying to resist temptation, you try to do away with everything and every possibility or any platform that will give you room to fall into any of those sexual temptations or sins that you're running away from. Please do not have sex with your in-laws. Young people, I don't even know how best to explain this one, but please, you know what I'm talking about. You that is watching this video, you know what I'm talking about. Do not have sex with your in-laws. It is I beg. This one is going to be a little tricky, especially for so many of us who do not really mind being promiscuous. Stop sleeping with your neighbor. Stop sleeping with your colleague at the office. You are work partners. You are work buddies. Stop having sex with your work buddies, except you're dating, and of course dating to marry. And even if you're dating, please, you should not be fornicating. Like I said in my previous video, if you're not married to him, if you're not married to her, and you're having sex with him or her, my darling, you are fornicating. And fornication is a no-no, because you're not just sinning against God this time around. You're sinning against yourself. You are sinning against your own self and then sinning against God. I mean, that is how many counts charge? How many counts charge is that? You are sinning against your body and you're sinning against God. So by all means, my darling, please stop sleeping with your neighbor. Stop sleeping with your colleague. Leave them alone. Except God has told you by revelation that your neighbor is your wife or your neighbor is your husband. Then of course you go through the proper process and then get married, and then you can start having sex. Thank you. Now, this one is going to be a little bit tricky, but you need to try as much as possible not to have sex with your platonic friends. Now, this especially goes to, men who have a lot of female friends, or females who have a lot of male friends. There are some people who can only, do well or are free and more open-minded when they are with the opposite sex, and not because they're having anything sexual to do with these people, but because they are just being friends, okay? Try by all means not to have sex with them. I know that it can be tempting, because when you get too comfortable with people who are platonic friends, things you would not ordinarily do in the public, you can do it before them, because your friends, your best friends, your close friends, your childhood friends, so you don't really care, you don't really mind, okay? But when you notice that something like that is happening, and especially if it is not mutual, because of course I'm not going to hide away from the fact that most of the times good relationships, good marriages always stem from people who have been good friends, good platonic friends. It's always easier for them to step up their friendship to the next level, and in some other cases it actually destroys the relationship. So if you love the relationship you have with this person, you like the connectivity, and it is not mutual, please try by all means. If the person has not opened his mouth or opened her mouth to express that same mutual feeling for you, my darling, please do not have sex with that person. If you have not agreed to become exclusive and begin to date yourselves, please do not have sex with your friend. Do not spoil the good relationship you already have with these people, because they are in your life for a reason, okay? And you do not want to ruin those good things that is in your life. So please stay away. Why would you want to have sex with somebody of the same sex, especially if you're a Christian? I do not know what the Quran has to say about having sex with the same gender as yourself, but why would you as a lady want to have sex with your fellow lady? Why would you as a man want to have sex with your fellow man? I mean, the Bible is against it. The Bible does not support it. God is not in support of it. Anything any other person is telling you is just lies, just to defend whatever it is they are doing. And remember, you do not have to do it because other people are doing it or because they think it is right, so you do it because they assume it is right. We do things because it is pleasing to God. We do things because it is right with God. Having sex with your fellow man or with your fellow woman is totally wrong. It is I do not care to know what they think. See, right now in this generation, in this age and time, it is literally the normal thing. I mean, right now they're becoming more open. They open YouTube channels, they open podcast shows, they go out together, and people do not mind, people do not really care. The society is gradually absorbing them, but that does not change the fact that it is against our religion, it is against our faith as Christians to have sex with the same gender as ourselves. Please, it's a sin, it's a huge sin. I mean, God created male and female for a purpose. God could have decided to create only Adams. He could have decided to create only Eve. But he created Adam, he created Eve. Even when he created angels, he created males and females. I mean, why would you want to have... I don't even want to imagine it. I don't even want to imagine it. So please, never have sex with someone of the same gender as yourself. My people, this one used to shock me anytime I see it or I hear of it on the news. And that is what? Having sex with your own sibling. How? I mean, from the same womb, that sucked the same breast with you. You're having sex with him, you're having sex with her. Like, people randomly joke about these things right now on TikTok, on Twitter, on Instagram. They just randomly say, oh, they slept with their brother, or they slept with their sister. And it seems fine to the society, because I don't see people bashing them, dragging them, calling them out, or talking about it. So it means that somewhere, somehow, in the subconscious of men, people are beginning to accept that it is normal. And it's only me that is thinking that way. Why would you want to sleep with your brother, your own sister? It is called incest. And it is, By scriptural standard, it is punishable by death. You both will be stoned to death. Okay? But thank God for grace, thank God for mercy, thank God for the era of the Holy Spirit that we are in right now, in the realm of the Spirit. But that doesn't mean you should have sex with your brother or sister, for heaven's sake. Please stop having sex with your brother or sister. If your father wants to have sex with you, run. If your mother wants to have sex with you, run, my darling, run. Now, finally on my list, my darling, you need to stay away from whoever you are not married to. Like I said when I was talking about having sex with married men or married women, if you're not even married to that person in the first place, why would you be having sex with them? Fornication is a sin, and it's a sin against your body. The Bible does not support fornication. The Bible does not support having sex when you're not married. In fact, one of the supporting reasons for marriage in the Bible is if you cannot hold yourself, if you cannot hold your sexual urge, if you cannot control your sexual urge, if you don't have the self-control to keep your sexual desires to yourself, then the Bible advises that you get married. But why would you want to leave getting married and then come and be having sex with somebody who is not your husband or who is not your wife? My darling, young man or young woman, no matter your age bracket, no matter your gender, please stop having sex with who you're not married with. It is called fornication. Call it by the name. Don't say you're having a good time. Don't say what are you going to do now at this point in time. You have self-control. You're a human being. You see, you put on your gas at home, okay, and the fire is burning. You do not put your hand into that fire. So why would you put your whole self, your whole life, your soul, your spirit, your body into fire? Because you want to please yourself for 5-10 minutes. I mean, it must feel interesting to want to know, how painful it would be to leave your hand in fire for like 5 minutes. But would you do that? You wouldn't. So if it feels good to have, this pleasure for 5-10 minutes or 30 minutes, if you're so great, okay, why would you want to do it when you know it is wrong? And the funny thing about most people who have, sex before marriage, deep down inside of you, it is wrong, okay, but you just justify, what you're about to do. You give yourself reasons why you want to do these things or why you have to do these things. The only reason why God created sex is for the sake of marriage, for procreation, for reproduction, so that you can be fruitful and multiply, to fill the earth, to replenish the earth, my darling, and not to sin against your own body or to destroy your body. Please stay away from sex. If you are still fornicating, that is the name. Call it by the name. When you call it by its name, it makes it easier for you to stay away from it, to avoid it. Thank you for watching this video till the end. Hope you enjoyed watching this video. If you have other thoughts, let me know in the comment section below. If there are other things you'd like us to talk about on this channel, let me know in the comment section as well below. Until I come your way next time in my very next video, you guys, this is Zinny signing out. Peace out.